boy was there drama involved. A completely wrecked front wheel, a changed event, and a near disqualification of myself.
What?
But before I get to that, let me show you the fundraising. On the Sunday night, we had $5,800. That was just shy of £4,600. So I put that in to hold up my end of the bargain. Look at this, over $13,000, which is more than £10,000 and more than 12,000 euros. That is incredible. I really thank you for this, because it's an awful disease, malaria. It causes a headache and vomiting and diarrhea and all sorts of really bad things, and can lead to death. In fact, 400,000 people die of malaria every year. 9/11 was 3,000 people, just for a little comparison. And you need only one net to protect 2 people for about 3 years. And one net costs only $2. So with very little, you can achieve a lot. Okay, sorry for the downer, but it is important. Back to the event. On the way to the Ironman event, and my wife crushed the bicycle, which was on top of the car, into a barrier, a height barrier. Now the car is strangely whistling, and the bike's probably properly gone. Front wheel is gone, that's for sure. And I'm just on the way to a bicycle shop, which closes in 11 minutes. In the middle of nowhere. There is no shop. At that point, I was absolutely destroyed. I was like, 1 year of training now, the bike is completely crashed. I can't do it. And that was the worst, obviously. But we kept positive, as we always do. And next morning we drove to the venue to catch the mechanics very early. And they sorted me out. And I could then straight away rack my bike. In transition now. Great music. Yeah, trying to find my racking spot. I got the bike fixed, frame still buggered, but they say it will survive tomorrow. Not very reassuring, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Got a new tyre, new wheel. They lent it to me for nothing, super nice. Shout out to Rodney, thank you, amazing. So let's see if I can find my spot. Just between the 2 toilet thingies. Third last rack is my number. Yeah, and after that was all sorted, and I was, at peace with myself and others. I checked my emails, and boom, they cancelled the swim. Apparently a dog had been sick a few days before. They did water testing, and it's absolutely toxic. No one should swim in there. Then it's a duathlon, because they replaced the swim with a run. Right, there's nothing you can do. Just deal with it. Right, 4:50 in the morning. Nice go. Arrived at the event. Lovely morning. At the start, still laughing. Coming up to transition 1, I ran this first 5k in a very sensible 5 minutes 47. Yeah, I'll be back in transition 2, I believe, in about 7 hours. Well, it wasn't 7 hours at all. I had calculated an average speed of 27 kilometers an hour I should go just to be shy of 7 hours. But it wasn't that at all. Halfway through the bike ride, not a single drop of sweat. Heart rate on average between 130 and 140, mid zone 2. Super fast, 32 kilometers an hour. But it's not too fast, because the heart rate is fine, unless the heart rate monitor is broken. Then I have a problem in the run. It all feels absolutely fine. It's amazing. Let's see how the second half goes. Yes, 32 kilometers an hour. I almost kept that going until the end of the race. And it must have been the perfect training, which put my coach Vince together and adjusted always to my needs. I must have peaked at the absolute right time, and I was obviously over the moon when I got to the end of the bike leg. Right guys, about 7k into the marathon, and amazing, no pain, no niggles, no cramps, no fatigue. So I'm trying to keep to 6 minutes, and I have to slow myself down a bit, which is an amazing sign so far. So maybe I can, if I can keep up the 6-minute pace as long as possible. Yeah, let's see how long that lasts. Yeah, still quite a bit to go, but feeling good. Well, that was all very promising. And then I was updating my family always where I was over the phone, like voice recordings. And then I ran past the grandstand, and an official yelled at me, "Phones are not allowed, I can disqualify you for this." And I didn't know, I had no idea. I should have read the rules more carefully, but no phones allowed. So I was doing quite illegal stuff the whole race, as you saw. Well, from that point on, I put the phone away because I didn't want to be disqualified, and I hope I won't be disqualified in hindsight, in case anyone sees this. And now I know, won't happen again. Anyway, from kilometer 25 to 35, there was quite some pain involved in the legs, but I just thought about what Rob Mather, the founder of Against Malaria Foundation, wrote to me a few days earlier, and that was just think of all the lives you made better through all the donations you will have collected, and all the children and all the mothers who do not have to suffer this awful disease. And I compared my little legs hurting a little with what kind of pain hundreds and thousands and millions of people go through every single day. And it was no problem. I just went through to the end. I was still in good shape when I was on the final straight, and I even sped up to 4 minutes something pace, so really fast. Well, I was quite emotional at that point because of all the things which went through my head, and then my family was waiting for me just before the finish line, and I could cross the finish line with them. Have a look.
Behind Andrew, we've got Uli, Kilian, and Kelly Laurie. Uli's from Crystal Palace Tri.
Well, and then I was glad that the camera was turned off, because I was very emotional suddenly and just overjoyed in gratefulness of the end of the race, and how lucky I am, how healthy I am, how blessed with this family, with this life. It was an amazing experience, and I can only encourage people to do something like this. Maybe start with a 5k and work your way up to whatever you like, but go for it, do something, and maybe raise some money on the way for a good cause. Thanks again, everyone. Nearly forgot the stats. I was top 30% overall and got faster throughout the race.